Hello everyone, welcome to practice. The class today will be all about another balance pose, and it has a very long and complicated name. This is called Utthita Hasta Padanghustasana, and Utthita means straight or extended, Hasta means hand, Pada means foot, Angushta means toe, so it's pretty much an extended hand to foot or toe asana. And it's a balance pose that works on strengthening the hip flexor quite a lot. And it's also, because the asana has 3 stages. So in the first one, we work on stretching the leg. The second is a hip opener. And on the third stage, we really have to hold the leg up. So we really work on the hip flexor here. And having strong hip flexors, this will help you with pretty much all the asanas. But on your daily life, it also makes your quality of life better, because then, even for walking, if the hip flexors are strong and flexible, then you get more freedom of movement and more stability in your movements. And this asana also is going to make your legs overall very strong, because you have to balance on one leg for quite a while. We're going to start the class today in Vajrasana or Thunderbolt pose, which is the way I'm sitting. You're going to need a strap maybe. And then if you have blocks and it feels uncomfortable for you to sit like this, you can sit on blocks like that. And then your legs are going to be slight apart, as long as your spine is straight. If you are comfortable, you don't need the blocks. You can just sit on your feet. Place the hands on your thighs. You can have them facing down, or you can turn the palms up. Close your eyes. Take a few deep breaths here. Slightly engage your core, keeping the spine straight, relax the shoulders. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, you can apply it now. Deep, long inhales, deep, long exhales with sounds constricting the back of the throat. And release control of the breath. Bring the hands to the heart center. Slightly drop the head down, connecting here to your heart. And if you wish to do so, you can set an intention for your practice today. Drop the hands down. If you're sitting on blocks, remove the blocks. And then swing the leg out. Extend the leg forward. Flex the foot. We're going to try to keep the spine here as straight as possible. If you can easily, without rounding the spine, grab the toes, grab your toes here. If not, then use the strap or a belt or a sarong, scarf. And you're going to place the strap around the foot. We're going to do a kind of a dynamic forward fold, because we're just warming up, nothing too deep. You're going to hold the strap as close as you can to the body, so make sure that the elbows are tucked in on the rib cage. Keeping the foot flexed. Take a deep breath in, opening the chest. As we exhale, we just lean forward a little bit. And inhale, come up. Lower your gaze down, so maybe look towards your toes. Try not to tense the shoulders here. And you just do this little movement. Feeling how your hip flexor here is waking up. If you can grab the toes, then you can do this movement going a little bit deeper. Looking down. So don't keep the neck like this. So align the neck with the rest of the spine. And working with the breath. As you exhale, you lean forward. As you inhale, you come up. Whichever way you're doing it, keep the chest open. Do it one more time. And release. Bring your hands next to your hips, keeping the foot flexed. I'm going to bend the right knee, take the foot off the floor without leaning back. Stay up. Hold the knee here and release. Bend and release. Bend, release. One more time, bend, and release. We're going to do the left side now. Bend, release, bend, release. Two more. Inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Good. Shake the legs a little bit, relax the arms, shake the hands. And we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to bend and then extend the leg in the air. We're going to try not to touch the heel on the floor if you can. Yeah, and we're going to do 4 times on each side. So keep both feet flexed, starting with the right leg. Don't lean back, stay up like this. Inhale, bend, extend the leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, bend, extend the leg, exhale, lower. Inhale, bend, extend, exhale, lower. One more, bend, extend, hold it here. Exhale, lower. Release, shake. If you feel it's too much at some point in these repetitions, because this can be quite intense pain if you're not used to it, then you just bend the knee, touch the heel on the floor. Yeah. On the left side, inhale, bend, extend, exhale, lower. Inhale, bend, extend, exhale, lower. Inhale, bend, extend, exhale, lower. One more, bend, extend, hold the leg. And exhale, slowly lower. Release, shake the legs. Swing the leg to the side. We're just going to stretch the hip flexor a little bit. So you can, as we were sitting like this before, but this time you separate the foot and sit in between at the same thing that you can use blocks. And we're going to lean back, but not too much. Yeah, we just want to stretch this a little bit as a counter pose. So you lean back here. Feel the stretch on the quadriceps. If you're not feeling much, then you can come down to the elbows. And we hold here. Just gentle stretch. We're going to do a deeper one at the end. And we're going to come back. Find your tabletop position. So if you have props, move the props aside. Doing some cat-cow here, aligning the wrists with the shoulders, knees with the hips. Have your feet pointing straight back. As you inhale, drop the chest, push the chest forward. Exhale, round. Drop the head, separate the shoulder blades. Inhale, drop the belly, tailbone up, chest forward. Exhale, round. Separate the shoulder blades, drop the head. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to neutral position. Walk your hands one palm forward. Turn your biceps to face the front of the room. Tuck the toes. We're going to come up into downward facing dog. Lift the knees up. Press the hands. Slowly extend the legs. This is your first downward dog. So if you need to walk the dog, slowly stretching the back of the leg. And then find some stillness here. Tailbone up towards the ceiling. Noticing the hip flexor here also in a position of contraction. Every time we do a forward fold, we are using this contraction of the hip flexor. So look at your hands. Bend the knees slightly. And what we're going to do now, we're going to walk towards the hands, maybe 3 or 4 steps. And then we're going to walk back. And then you find your downward dog here for a breath. And then again walk. And walk back. Try to maintain the spine straight all the time. So the moment when your spine begins to round, then you stop there and go back. Yeah? If you can keep your spine straight all the way to the front, then you do that. Otherwise, stop. The moment that you feel you have to round like this, you stop walking. And then hold the downward dog for one more breath. And we're gonna walk. This time we're gonna stay at the front. So if you then need to lift your hand here, you lift the hand, bend the knees to have the spine straight, looking forward. And then keeping the knee bent here, make sure that your feet are parallel. They can be the toes touching, or you can have the feet hip distance apart. If the feet are hip distance apart, just don't collapse onto the knees. Yeah? So we're going to bend the knee here. Come to your fingertips. And we're going to lift up into chair pose, Utthita Hasta. So as you inhale, keep the tailbone pointing down towards the floor. Lift the arms up. Extend the arms. You can place the palms together or have them parallel. Press your rib cage back and lift the chest up towards the ceiling, dropping the tailbone, send weight to your heels. Take one more deep breath here and exhale, release. Shake the legs. We're going to step with the right leg, so find like a wide angle here. Have your feet parallel with the heels slightly out. So the distance between your feet here should be more or less one leg distance, depending on how long your legs are, but also depending on how flexible you are. So you might have to adjust this once we go down. Place your hands to your hips. This is Prasarita Padottanasana. Inhale, lift the chest up. As you exhale, lean forward with a straight back. Place the hands on the floor here. If you're really far from the floor, you can use blocks. So you won't round the spine here. You're going to keep the spine straight. But if you can place the hands on the floor, then you can drop the head completely. Align your hands with your feet. Elbows have to be pointing back, so don't open the elbows like this. You feel that your shoulder blades are separating here, and then you drop the head. Your head touches the floor, you stay here. But if your head is really pressing against the floor, you don't want this to happen. You don't want to compress the spine. If the head is really pressing against the floor, what you do, you just close the legs a little bit. So you have space here to hang or just to lightly touch the head. And some people, when they do that, they really want to touch the head on the floor, and they ended up open the legs quite a lot here, and then you don't need to do that. We want to have space for the spine to stretch. Wherever you are on your next inhale, come halfway lift. And exhale, stay there. Inhale, bring the hands to the hips. And come up. And now we're going to do a side lunge. So again, you will have to adjust the distance of your foot, of the feet once we come down. So from here, from up here, slowly, try to keep the spine straight. We're going to start bending the right knee. And then you're going to lift the left foot up. And we bend, and we come into a side lunge here. You can place the hands on the floor, or you can have the hands on the chest, because we're going to move from side to side a little bit, yeah? So if you have the hands here, use your hands and move. It might be that you cannot come so low on the floor. It's okay, you can stay here. Yeah, just moving from side to side here. If you can come very low, then you can place the hands here or here and move from side to side. Just getting a nice side stretch. Do it a few times. And then you stop when you have the left leg bent, because we start with the right leg. And from here, we're just going to come back up to where we were before. So either with the hands, if you're using the hands, you can just come here. If you're not using the hands, you come up here and come up. Yeah, and step to the front of the mat. So we are ready now. So we worked a lot on strengthening the hip flexor, and also in this side opening here to try Utthita Hasta Padanghustasana. And I will show you 3 versions, depending on what stage the practice you are. The first version, whatever version we do, I'm just going to show them without holding, and then you choose one and we're going to do them all together. We're going to hold 5 breaths to the front, 5 breaths to the side, and 5 breaths when we release the leg. So the first variation is holding your knee. So you're going to hold the knee here. The other hand will stay on the waist. Yeah? So we hold 5 breaths here, belly in, tailbone down. And then we open to the side, we hold 5 breaths. So make sure that you're not lifting the hip, yeah, that both hips are on the same line. And then after 5 breaths, we bring the knee forward. Here, you're going to place both hands on the waist and extend the leg up. And hold for 5. This is version 1. Version 2, we do it with a strap. And then you're going to place the strap around the foot. Strong supporting leg, opposite hand on the waist. And you lift the leg as high as you can here. And you're going to point the foot. Yeah, don't keep the foot flexed. Point it slightly. And don't lean back like that. Same way when we were sitting down, you have to hold the spine straight. So you're going to hold 5 here, 5 here. When we come back to the front, you drop the strap and you hold your leg up here for 5. And for the third variation, only if you can keep your leg straight by grabbing the toe, and this is where the full name of the posture comes. Utthita straight, Hasta Padanghustasana. So you're going to hold 5 here, 5 to the side, looking over the opposite shoulder if the balance is there. And then when we bring the leg forward, we release the foot and hold 5. If you are more advanced and you want to do this Ashtanga style, in Ashtanga, the first 5 breaths here, we actually lean forward and you hold here. Yeah? So you choose. I'm going to do without the leaning, but you can lean. So we go into the full pose now. So prepare. If you're using the strap, grab the strap. We're doing right leg first, so bring the left hand to your waist. Strong supporting leg. Inhale. Keep the knee bent or grab the strap or extend the leg. So if you have the leg extended, slightly point the foot, but pull the toe towards you. Look at your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, engage the core. 5, exhale, open the leg to the side. With a strap, with a knee. If you have the balance on point, you can look over the opposite shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look forward, bring the leg forward. If you have the knee bent, extend the knee. If you have the strap, release the strap, release the toe. Look at the toe, point your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, give a little kick, 5, and release. Shake the legs, very good. And we're going to do the other side now. So right hand onto your waist, grab your knee, the strap, or the toe, look straight ahead, or if you have the toe, look at your toe. And we hold for 1, belly in, 2, chest open without leaning back, 3, breathing, Ujjayi breath if you can, 4, 5, exhale, open to the side, look over the opposite shoulder, 1, 2, keep the spine straight, 3, 4, 5. Bring the leg forward. If your knee is bent, extend. If you have the strap, release that strap. Release the toe. Point your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Little kick. 5. And release. Very good. Shake the legs. Shake the arms, shake the shoulders. Open your feet mat width apart. Place the hands onto the chest. We come down to Malasana here. Bring the arms against the legs. Push the chest forward. And if you feel that your pelvic floor is collapsing towards the floor, squeeze the muscles here. Get this lift. For those of you familiar with it, you're doing Mula Bandha. Take one more deep breath here. And release. So we're going to do a counter pose. This is called deer pose in yin yoga. So you're going to sit with one leg, one knee turned out and one knee turned in. Yeah, and you're gonna control the intensity of this pose with how close your heels are from your hips. The closer the heel is from the hip, the less intense it will be. If you want to feel more, then you're going to make the knee, the heel as quite far from the hip, and you're gonna form a kind of a half swastika with your legs. Yeah. Otherwise, if this is too much, you keep it like this. And then once you find where your legs are going to be, you're going to lean back. And you're going to feel quite a lot on the leg that is turned in. If you feel that your knee lifts up, you can place a block under the knee here. Yeah, same thing on the other side. If the knee doesn't go to the floor completely, you can place these blocks here. And then you lean back. You can come just here, come to your elbows, or if you have space, you can completely lie down. Just making sure if you're lying completely that this is not happening. Yeah? If this happens, either come up or place a block under. And take a few deep breaths here. trying to consciously allow, especially here, the hip flexor on the left side to release. Breathe. If you're really enjoying this pose, if you're really enjoying this stretch here, you can stay longer, you can pause the video, stay up to 3 minutes. This is like a really nice yin pose. If you had enough, then we can move on. Yeah? So slowly come out of the pose. Before you take the knees out of this position, then bring the heels in, because we want to close the joint to move the legs. Yeah. So never move with the legs, let's say, flimsy like this. Close the joint and then move. And then we're going to do the other side. So left side open, right side closed. Find the distance here where you're going to be. Place the blocks wherever needed. And then lean back. Notice that you are going to, when you lie down, you're kind of in an angle. Yeah, you're not completely straight on the mat. So I'm coming a little bit off the mat here. And then find your best final position. So notice if there is any difference on the sides. I'm feeling this side a little bit more tight than the other side. And with my breath on the exhale, I try to release any tension that I have here that is possible to release now. Some resistance that we have to be patient. They might not release now. Don't try to fight against it. If it's releasing, it's good. If it doesn't want to release, don't force it. Otherwise we might injure ourselves. And again, as on the other side, if you want to stay longer in this pose, just pause the video. Take some deep, long breaths here, up to 3 minutes. If you had enough, come up, close the joint, and remove here. Place the feet on the floor, hug the legs a little bit with a straight spine. Taking some deep, long breaths. And then slowly lie back. Hug the knees in, swing from side to side, softly, gently. If you feel you want to add another hip opener here, you can do happy baby pose. Bring your elbows on the inside of your knees, grab hold of the outside of the foot, separate the legs, push the knees down towards the floor. Just make sure that your lower back stays on the floor. Yeah? If your lower back is coming up like this, you might have to lower the leg. Even if you find difficult to hold the foot, then you can bend the knees and hold your ankles here, your shins here. Yeah, as long as your lower back stays on the floor. And if you are here, you can swing from side to side. You can open the legs straight. Find the variation that works for you. And then taking one more breath here. And then we close the legs, hug the knees in. Inhale, bring the head towards the knees, squeeze yourself into a tiny little ball. Take a deep breath in, contract all the muscles in your body. Hold the breath in, squeeze. Even your face, your jaw, your tongue are contracted. And when you can no longer hold your breath with a big exhalation through the mouth, even with sound, release the body down to the mat. Set yourself here for Shavasana. with your legs spread apart, arms away from the body, palms facing up. Relax the chest, relax the shoulders. Move your jaw from side to side. Release tension from the mouth. Relax your eyes, your eyebrows, your forehead. Take a deep breath in and exhale fully. Giving your body the gift of full relaxation, complete stillness after the practice. You can stay here for as long as you need. I will for now leave you. Thank you very much for taking part in this class. Hope you enjoyed it. Namaste.